elongated break?
Yeah, man, it felt great. I mean, I tell you what, I was scared to death, man. We had 7 days, where we were working with just half our team. And then those guys, we had 6 guys in quarantine. And so to get them, they only had 3 days of practice and really 2 days, because the first day back, we just had to review all of our stuff. We couldn't really practice. And so to come out and play as aggressive as we did, to play as hard as we did, I was extremely pleased.
So your defense forced upwards of 20 turnovers tonight against McMurray, a pretty similar statistic to other games this year. And you shot pretty well from the free throw line tonight. So what are your thoughts on the defensive intensity in the free throw shooting? Yeah,
well, free throw shooting, I've said this from day one. I know we the first couple games we played, we did not shoot well, but I've told you guys before, like, we're a good free throw shooting team. I'm not worried about this team from the free throw line. We're gonna make free throws throughout the year, so that's more indicative of who we are the last couple games. But the turnovers, our goal was to get out there and force. We've been forcing turnovers, but we haven't been scoring off our turnovers. And I think tonight we scored 32 points off of our turnovers, and that's more ACU basketball. Forcing 28, I think we forced over 20 in every game maybe that we've played so far this year, but we weren't scoring off of those turnovers. And so to get out there, to get some runouts, to get some easy layups, then it's amazing when you do that, how all of a sudden those threes and everything else starts going in.
So it's your first game since November 16th. You kind of touched on it already a little bit, but how's your team feeling, I guess, after getting COVID, those 3 practices coming into this game?
Yeah, it was pretty good. First things first, man, no players had COVID. I don't mind saying that out loud, but we just got quarantined, and so that it is what it is. That's part of the world we live in today. And so, but to sit at home and to not be able to practice, to get your win back, I think it was really important that we were able to kind of build a lead. So we were able to kind of slowly, just get those guys in and out and kind of work their conditioning back in. So that was extremely important.
So you've got Shriner on Monday, another Division III opponent, and then you got a big non-conference opponent on Saturday in Incarnate Word. So what are you looking for, I guess, in those 2 matchups next week?
It's the same thing we always talk about. We just talked in the locker room. We want to be better on Monday than we were today. I think we had a little lull in the second half today where I think we were tied, and our goal was to win the second half, and we ended up doing that. But we were tied at one point. We turned the ball over, I think, 3 times in a 4-minute segment, and we don't want to do that. And so we were disappointed in that. And so we talked about on Monday, we want to try to be better than we were today, and I think we can definitely accomplish that. And then moving forward, we scheduled a game on Wednesday that was not originally on our schedule because of our Bahama trip getting canceled. That was the only place we could get a game. It's not ideal, we have to play 3 games in 6 days, but we were about to go to the Bahamas and play 3 games in 3 days. So why not, We got to make sure we keep our edge, though. We got to be really careful with minutes with our players, and we need to use our bench because we have a huge game on Saturday against an old Southern Conference rival in Incarnate Word. It's going to be a really good team, really good matchup.
So you have a lot of players play tonight that some may call rotation players. So I guess what are your thoughts on their performances?
I'm pleased with everybody. I think we got a little sloppy for a while. We got to make sure that when the game stretches out like that, we don't get sloppy, that we stay locked into what who we are and what we do. I think offensively we started playing too quick, and so we got to work on that. But I think every player went in there and took advantage of the time they got.
So what do you take away, I guess, from a performance like tonight?
I mean, I think we're better. I think we were better today than we were at UTA. Not because of the score, but I think we executed. I think our goal from UTA was to go out there and get some runouts and some easy points off of our defense, which we didn't get until the overtime period at UTA. And so I do think we were better today than we were at UTA, and we're going to try to be better against Shriner than we were today.
All right, last one for me. It's your first home victory. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
It just felt good to play at home, man. We haven't been at home for like a year. It feels like, so it felt good to put the white jerseys on. It almost felt weird, that when I came out, watched the guys warm up, and they're in white jerseys. I didn't know what to think. So, but this is a huge homestand for us. We need Abilene and the students, when they come back this week, to show up for these kids, man. These kids play extremely hard. They represent this university in a first-class way, and I think we need to get some people out here to support them.
Thanks. Being able to come out here and play in front of a home crowd?
I feel like it's very different. We had 3 games on the road, tough games. Just to come home and feel like our own fans, our own energy, and stuff like that is very good. So I feel like it was great to be home.
So it's your first home victory after a break from COVID. So you have a long homestay coming up. What are you looking for, I guess, from tonight and into these next few matchups?
In the locker room, we just talked about really just getting better every day. Like tomorrow, we might have practice and stuff, so then we'll get better tomorrow, and then we're going to Shriner and get better. It's just like we talk about different things, like defensively, offensively. We just feel like we can be a better team, and we just got to get better every day.
You had 10 assists tonight, a career high. If you just want to talk about what you saw on the court and how you were able to just really distribute the ball well tonight.
I just find joy in following my teammates. I feel like tonight, my teammates were open, and I found them in great places, and I just feel like they were open, so I passed it to them, and they made shots.
Again, defense obviously hasn't changed, but what is your all's mentality going into each of these games on the defensive end of the floor?
We like to cause a lot of turnovers, obviously. I feel like we go in there, as a team, like defense, it creates our offense and it helps the flow of the game. So I feel like we start everything on defense. We like to take charges and do different things. So I feel like defense is our pride and joy, basically.